Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of Season 2 of the Fighter Tournament, Fighter Competition Arena, rather, hosted by Frumpkin and Cute Seals from the Lunar Colony Discord server. This is the first fight of the season, as I've said already. We have on blue team, Team Sustainable with TheAfrican and Preater Paktu, and on the red team, where I'm currently reporting from, we have Team Blackbird by Duck. So, we're going to go to look at some of these ships for the competitors, get the replays of the rounds, and then go do a little bit of see who the winner's going to be. Quick note, we had some technical difficulties and audio wasn't recorded live, so there's a little bit of poor quality, which I apologize for, and we had to go redo some things, but it's going to be back to higher quality with the next fights. Over in the blue corner, we have the first of two ships on this team. You want to tell us a little bit about this one, Paktu?
This is the modified COA Lance Fighter. I think it'll be good,
Okay.
as the autocannons and assault cannons. I think it's going to be pretty good for fighting.
Okay.
Definitely not Gatling guns, so we're probably good and better than normal COA ships.
Definitely a little bit upgunned. This is, I believe, the second lightest fighter in the competition, outside the whiz bang. So definitely going to be interesting to see this one perform in whatever brackets it ends up in.
I agree.
So for our second fighter on the blue team, we have the whiz bang. Unfortunately, the creator of the ship, the African, doesn't have a mic, but he did have a few words to say about it that he typed out, so we're going to go over those. This is the lightest ship in the competition, so two very lightweights on this team. Very little fuel. Had a couple problems getting this one set up, but we've got two assault cannons up here, tucked in nicely, two autocannons, and a backup Gatling gun. So pretty decent, very, very small fighter. Going to be interesting to see how this one fares. On Team Blackbird, we have the Blackbird. So you want to tell us a little bit about this fighter?
Yeah, so for this tournament, I needed a single fighter that needed to be a little heavier than the average fighter, but still able to maneuver pretty well. So that's why I've got a bunch of thrusters on the back. And then I also needed to be able to just kill whatever is going to be in front of me, like really, really quick. So I actually have 8 autocannons facing forwards,
Yeah, it's
as well as
quite a
4
few.
missiles under it. Yeah.
Not sure about these missiles because they are only ion, but nice to have them.
They'll be slow, but I'm really hoping that it'll help me even the odds a little bit. Maybe annoy whoever I shoot him at. Just give me
Yeah,
some wiggle room to actually fight.
it at least makes them think.
Yeah. Takes up some of their thinking capacity.
Alright, and this is really pretty important detail. This is mostly heavy armor on the outside, isn't it?
Yeah, so the actual armor composition of the ship is the outside blocks everywhere are actually heavy armor. But then on the inside where I would actually put light armor.
Okay.
Some of the important places, like on the top center of it, has blast door blocks actually,
Oh,
which
okay.
because they don't deform, actually help the health of the heavy armor blocks a little bit.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty old trick.
Yeah, I figured if I can get any edge in this fight, I might as well take it.
Yeah. Well, pretty cool fighter. Got good paint on here, and it's gonna be good weapons, good armor. Definitely gonna be interesting to see it perform, especially if this goes on. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Looking forward to the fight.
Yep. So, starting off, the first fight of Season 2, we have Team Sustainable coming out. Looks like they're rolling
No
off a little bit to
energy.
the left, sticking to these asteroids. It's interesting to see how this fight's going to go because, I mean, this is a very heavy fighter versus the lightest fighters in the competition.
I think the combined weight of these two fighters actually fits under
the heavyweight limit of last season.
Speaking of heavyweight, here we've got the Blackbird going pretty slowly, maneuvering out into the center of the map. I wonder which one of them is going to maybe go in for the offensive first on this.
Looks like Paktu's circling around from the left. Might be able to get on his blind side.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't hit these rocks. Okay. And they're splitting up, and we have First Blood by the Whizbang. Taking some hits there.
Paktu takes a long shot from far away.
Yeah, he's coming in. Getting into the 2v1. And he is outnumbered, but he's got the Blackbird has a lot of guns.
It's also got that armor you can see there as rounds are just kind of bouncing off of it. Not really doing much hits boost.
So it really comes down to how much fire the Blackbird can take before it can take out both these targets. Oh, Whizbang just takes a big hit there, looks like. Let's see. Paktu coming in close. Nice maneuvering there. And it looks like the Whizbang is destroyed for the first kill of the season. A little bit of an expected one, given how light it is, but... Let's see if Paktu can get in there. A lot of damage, and we have a ram for our second kill. And match 1 goes to the Blackbird. So let's see in match 2 if they can pull it back together. Round 2 here. We're starting off with the red team's perspective.
Try and follow this Blackbird and see what they go for this time.
Yeah, let's see if he can make a little bit of better use of his positioning this time. A little bit of technical difficulties with the camera work there, but he's using, seems like a similar strategy from last time, and to be fair, it worked out pretty well for him.
We're moving into the center, probably trying to keep his distance from the roids so he can't get flanked.
I mean, because he really, right now, he needs to try to keep those fighters from wolf packing up on him too much.
Yep.
He does have that one turret, which I think is going to do a lot for him, but still a 2v1, and that's a lot for even the biggest of fighters.
Seems like Paktu's off on his own.
I'm not sure where he's going. I think there might have been a little bit of a mishap, we'll call electronic warfare on the part of the red team. And once again, Whizbang going in for the first shot. It's a little bit out of range. Hopefully it doesn't cost him ammo-wise. Doesn't look like any real damage was done by both sides on that exchange, so... Paktu doing God knows what.
Seems he's realized he's been shooting at the wrong target.
It's a little bit of an odd signal, I guess. He takes that out. I don't think we can count that as a kill, but
We'll give him some credit.
he's getting back to the fight for that. Yeah.
Whizbang might be struggling on fuel here.
Also, so yeah, a lot of struggles with the Whizbang, pre-competition and during competition fuel. Taking a lot of hits. Probably wondering where his teammates at, I'd imagine. So you can just hear those auto cannons ripping into it. And I think the Whizbang is out. And that's what happens, I guess, when you leave your fighters unsupported.
Yeah, no, the Whizbang does not have the mass or the weaponry to take on the Blackbird by itself.
No, definitely not. They really need to support each other, but not a whole lot of coordination. The African doesn't have a mic, so I'm sure that's not helping with their coordination here, too. Paktu a little lost, it looks like. Blackbird getting the jump on him. Let's see if his aim's good enough.
Looks like Paktu snuck just out of range before those bullets hit him. Giving him time to react.
Does look like he sees him now, though.
Yep.
We're not getting a lot of accuracy with these assault cannon shots, and a lot of people are using those, so I'm interested to see how they're going to go later in the competition.
I think a lot of people were betting on those being their ace in the hole, sniping out the cockpit or something.
Yeah, I agree. And it looks like we're going to have a collision.
Straight into the roid.
Straight into the roid, and he's stuck. Let's see if, it looks like this could be a win for Team Sustainable.
If he can't get out of there, Paktu can get in his blind side from that turret and just bombard him.
Yeah, it looks like he might definitely be stuck. This could be easily a kill for Team Sustainable. That turret on the top might kind of deter it a little bit, but if he can tank a little bit of autocannon fire, he can line up a shot and take that out. Unless Blackbird's able to free itself. Let's see. And he does it.
He breaks free.
Looks like those engines are broken, though. That might just be a visual bug. A lot of fire coming out.
Some issues now.
A lot of issues. Both sides taking a lot of damage. And
ooh,
another impact. Doesn't look like as bad. Those details saved him on the back. I think you were talking about.
Engines actually helped him out there.
Yeah, a little bit.
The blow.
So yeah,
Let's see if he can
take that, meta ships.
See if he can take down the Blackbird, though.
No,
It's still got a lot of its armor intact.
Slow. Basically a turret in space at this point. But both sides are damaged. Let's see. A lot of fire coming out again.
Paktu is on fire now.
We're really tearing into
Not in
each
a good
other.
way.
Not in a good way, no. Let's see how this goes.
Looks like the Blackbird's still got a lot of guns left.
A lot of, yeah.
Can't really
Blackbird
maneuver,
definitely
but
has
still
more
can turn.
guns, but yeah, it's really slow right now.
There's a missile away, but completely misses the target.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of these missiles being used really that much. They are ion though, so especially against these light fighters. Oh,
They might not be as effective.
and looks like both sides are out of ammunition. So, I guess we're gonna call that one a draw. Move on to round 3. To the third fight here. Back at a sustainable side.
Let's see how they do.
I think I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I think a lot of these teams need to, if this is going to show how it's going to be, a lot of these teams need to work on, maybe some range time in, and work on this, their gunnery, because we're getting a lot of shots going out and not very many hits.
Yeah, I feel like gunnery might be an issue through this competition because we're seeing a lot of rounds fly past both sides without really getting many hits.
And Blackbird might be able to take advantage of that just because of having so much more survivability. But he does also have to take out 2 targets, where Sustainable only has to hit 1.
Especially if we see some good coordination on Team Sustainable, like we are right now.
We're going way more aggressive this round. Got a solid merge there, almost a collision again.
Blackbird could be trying to press for a quick win, since either a win or a draw here will secure him the win.
That's true, that's true. Oh yeah, again to mention, if Blackbird wins this match, Team Sustainable goes home. So Sustainable's really fighting here for that tiebreaker. It's going to be very important.
Sustainable really needs to win this round in order to go into a fourth final round if they can.
Yeah, hope so.
Hopefully to keep going in this competition.
So let's stay tuned to see if they get that tiebreaker or if Blackbird's moving up the ranks. Really good fire coming out here. Just when I start talking about aerial gunnery, it looks like they're actually managing shots.
I think we're also seeing a bit better teamwork this round with Team Sustainable both moving in together.
Yeah, a lot better teamwork. I don't know if that was pre-coordinated or what's going on, but it might also help that Paktu's actually here.
Yeah.
A little bit of a lull in the fighting right now, it seems. Whizbang's coming back in.
He might be struggling on fuel. You gotta remember he's only got one hydrogen tank in there.
Yeah, that's
Relying
true.
on an O2 gen to keep topping him up mid-fight.
Yeah, we've had a lot of issues with the Whizbang periodically running out of fuel, so. But looks like the Lance is holding out pretty decently.
Battle of prong fighters right now. Just tearing into each other.
Blackbird taking a ridiculous amount of punishment. And neither cockpit's gone down yet, which is honestly kind of surprising. That might change though, let's see. Lance uses superior maneuverability pretty well here up close, getting out of those firing arrows. And the turret goes down. That is a major play right there.
Here comes the Whizbang in from offside. Be able to help his teammate out.
I mean, it's looking pretty good in terms of Team Sustainable, and those shots just barely go far. Let's see. Really good hits on target. Blackbird completely on fire at this point. Lots of damage around the cockpit, but he's staying alive on a hope and a prayer. Acolyte coming in close, or sorry, Lance coming in close, rather. Oh, popped out for a second.
Hey, just gotta get some fresh air. Narrow misses there. A lot of fire on both sides.
Big shots. It looks like the Blackbird might be dead in the water, and it's just taking fire at this point. And I think the Whizbang gets the kill on that. Cockpit's down.
Underdog came out of left field to win the round for them.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a David versus Goliath thing going on here, and yeah, Whizbang hit some of those final shots. Definitely nice to see what a supported team can do when they're not distracted. All right.
Looks like we're moving on to a unprecedented round 4.
Yeah, tiebreaker. It's gonna be a long one. All right, here in the tiebreaker.
Final round. It ends here.
Now, this has been so far. This has been a really good match to kick off season 2.
Got 3 action-packed rounds with a win, a tie, and then another win.
A little bit weird starting out, but that's to be expected. This is both of these teams' first time competing, I believe.
Both teams are completely new to the fighter combat arena. Did not partake in season 1.
No, it's definitely
rook
nice
team.
to see some new faces starting off this season instead of the same old people from last one. It's also definitely interesting to see, since we didn't have don't have light and heavy brackets. This one is combined. To see that lots of fire coming out of there. Whizbang barely alive.
Another
from
quick
dodging
start to
that.
the round.
Yeah, both team. I think Team Sustainable is definitely trying to capitalize on that aggressive strategy from last round.
Seems they're a little more confident in their ability to take on the Blackbird head-on this round.
Yeah, let's see, though. Let's see if it works out for him. A lot more accurate gunnery right now, it's looking like, too. This is really all in for Team Sustainable. You know, they win this, they take it.
Ooh,
Good
big
auto
hit
cannon
there.
hit. Let's see, that took the turret off the top. That is a big hit right there. There's gonna be enough though to keep him alive.
Another big hit on the side.
Mostly
Looks like
armor.
shatter
though.
one of the missiles.
Yeah, mostly armor. Those missiles are honestly serving better as little thrust attacks than they are as actual missiles.
They did save him 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
In that tie
Oh yeah, when his
maneuverability after he hit the roid.
Yeah. Definitely interesting to see. A lot more factors when we're talking about this with survival, when you can lose, you lose hydrogen systems, lose fuel, stuff like that. A lot of redundancy, like with the whiz-bang, kind of having to work at these like bursts because of that. I'll be interested to see how some of the later fighters in the competition handle things like that. And that is a kill on the Lance. Ooh, this might be the end for Team Sustainable. I don't know if the whiz-bang is going to be able to pull off a kill. The Blackbird is very, very damaged, though. And it looks like he's going for it. A little bit of a last charge. Let's see if he can take it.
I don't know if he's got the thrust for this. It doesn't look like the fuel is there for his main thruster.
But he might also be trying to conserve it a little bit. We'll see. Not sure. Okay, there we go. Blackbird looks like it's coming in. Also pretty low on maneuverability.
No energy.
Both sides might be running low on fuel at this point.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell in these multiplayer worlds. Oh, those soul cannon shots are real close. And looks like most of the autocannons are still intact. This isn't looking good for the whiz-bang. Taking a lot of fire.
He's trying to roll. Oh, and that's the cockpit.
That looks like, yep, that is the end of the line for Team Sustainable. And he's still laying into him just for the disrespect. Okay, well, that is congratulations, Blackbird. Pilot is, I believe, DUKTURL, or Duck. What is his? Oh, I don't remember his full name. And yeah, that's a good win for you. Good newcomers. Sorry to Team Sustainable, but we'll see him in the secondary bracket.
Yep, they can still fight for higher placements.
What a first match. Alright, that was an intense first match, and what a way to kick off the competition. We had a winner, that is Duck with Team Blackbird, and the Mark III Blackbird. So, a lot of Blackbird. It's, they're moving on to the next tournament, or next bracket of the tournament, rather, and Team Sustainable is off to the losers bracket. So, stay tuned for both of those next fights coming up, as well as the other fights in the Tier 1 of the bracket, which are probably going to be coming first. Anyway, this has been Episode 1, First Blood, and we'll catch you next time.